Okay, so I'm joined tonight by a local referee and member of the Isle of Man Referees Society, Peter Greenhill. Last week I reached out to the society off my own back to see if they'd be up for helping us explain the three major law changes being brought in this summer. The idea behind this is simple. Rather than pages of text that you can find on the internet, a short video like this might help get the message across a little bit clearer to the Manx footballing community. So, Peter, thanks first of all, for joining us.
You're very welcome, Dean.
And we'll get straight into it. So, we'll start with a big one. This new 8-second restriction on goalkeepers controlling the ball with their hands or arms.
Yep.
What's the change there, and what's the thinking behind it, and how's it going to be enforced?
Well, I'll start off with the thinking behind it, because what's been happening, certainly at pro level, when you watch some professional games, you'll find a side that's 1-0 up or whatever, they want to, when the keeper gets it, he'll hold on to the ball, he'll lie on it, he'll catch it, fall on the floor, all this sort of stuff. Wasting time on purpose, taking the tempo out of the game, which is what they're trying to do. So the law change, what they've done now is they're saying that the keeper, once he has the ball under control, proper control, he's got 8 seconds to release it. So what we do now as referees, we'll count for the 3 seconds ourselves and see how he's going. And after that, we'll be calling out to him, keeper, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the way we'll do it. And that way he needs to get rid of it. Now, what might happen as well, and I'm sure the clubs will start doing this, is they'll try and put attacking players onto the keeper, stop him being able to get rid of it, and then complaining, because then there'd be some action against it. In that case, we actually take action against the attacking players. But if this does go on and the keeper does take longer than 8 seconds, we'll blow the whistle and we'll award a corner on the side of the penalty area that the ball actually was at the time. Simple as that. What you hope is that the keeper just won't, he'll actually get rid of it, and that's what you want him to do. I'm expecting that to happen, but we'll see how it goes.
So speed up the tempo of play.
Absolutely,
and bring it
completely,
back to...
yeah.
So, right, we'll go on to the second major change, and this is a new approach where only the team captain is allowed to approach and speak to the referee. Now, I know this has been a bit misconstrued by a lot of people, so what's this going to look like in practice, and what should other players expect in terms of how communication with the referee is now handled throughout the game? Is that going to affect it at all?
I hope it will take out some of the times when you're crowded round by several players who are demanding something, wanting to know why you haven't given this and why you haven't given that. That's meant to take that completely out of the game. So what we should do is the captain is the one, must find out who the captain is. So he must be wearing an armband. Sometimes they'll want a keeper as the captain, in which case they have to nominate a player on the pitch who's the person the referee can talk to. And in that case, if anything happens there and the referee wants to explain something or they're questioning something, it's got to come through the captain to the referee. And the referee should, if he wants to take time explaining things, that's fine. Another thing might happen though is if a player goes down injured and he's trying to say something, you're not going to ignore him and tell him to go away. You're actually going to find out, make sure it's okay first. Right? And this is really trying to take the tension out of it. Now, if you do get a situation where lots of people are coming round you as a referee, first of all, you try and move them away. If they won't do that, then the signal you can give them is crossed arms there and then this, and that means go away. Then you'll make sure the captain's with you. If you need to explain something, you will do. If not, you're going to tell him to get those players away. Otherwise, they'll be cautioned. It'll be a sin bin and they'll be off. Simple as that.
Okay, and obviously, I know communication with a referee is a massive part of football.
Yep.
If a player's walking past you and just asks you a question, you're not going to sin bin them for that.
No,
It's nothing ridiculous like that.
No.
It's just for the crowd and round to really
The crowding round, and depends how it's said. That's the other thing, and depends the actions of that player. If it really is dissent from any of those people, then they're going to be in the bin. And they should be anyway.
But genuine communication with a referee is still allowed, and it makes the game, doesn't it? It helps the game, so that's fine. I just wanted to clear that up for everyone.
No problem.
Finally, the third major one is about drop balls, really. Most of us have seen situations where it gets a bit messy over the years, but now there's a new law now around how the game is restarted in these moments. What's exactly changing there, and how will that affect play?
Well, a couple of years ago, we brought in the fact that there's no contested drop balls, and that's fine. That's eased things up in that respect. So whoever should have had the ball gets it. In those sort of situations where it could be a player's injured and as a referee you've got to stop it, the ball could have burst, many other things where the drop ball could have hit the referee, for example. So what we do then is we stop the play, and wherever the ball was then, the change in the law is it used to be the last team to touch the ball would get the drop ball. But what they realised, it might be someone touched the ball last, he hit it 40 yards, and it's gone to an opponent, but he hasn't yet touched it. So what they're saying is the drop ball happens exactly where the ball was when you blew, but either the team who last played it or the team that actually are about to gain possession, they get the drop ball. Simple as that. No difficulty, really.
Okay, that's nice and simple. So before we wrap this up, Peter, they're the three main changes. Are there any smaller changes or a message that you think players and managers need to be aware of ahead of the new campaign?
Not really. The other 3 or 4 major changes are very, very minor. One of those, it depends. Tonight down here at Braddon, I'm not sure if we've got VAR, have we?
Don't know.
All right, I haven't asked them yet, but we will do. One of those occurs, and I think we saw it in the ladies' final very recently, and that's where accidentally a player taking a penalty kicks it against their own foot. And they've just clarified that situation, that if that happens and the ball goes in the goal, the kick is retaken. If that happens and the ball goes wide or it's missed, forget it, it goes back.
Perfect. All right, Peter, so brilliant. Thanks for your time tonight and good luck with the whistle for it this season. I'm sure I'll catch up with you throughout it.
I'm sure we will. All the very best.
All right, cheers, Peter.
Cheers.